Gordon's got the ground game.
Coach, thanks. We're about 12 miles south of the future home of the Chargers at the current. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Chargers' all-time passing leader, Phillip Rivers, who's been their starter since 2006, trotting onto the field. And I'll tell you what, he may be just a couple of years from 40, but he can still do it. You look back to 2018, some people were whispering MVP and Rivers in the same breath with what he did in that campaign. Especially impressive in 2 December primetime victories, one against the Steelers, one against the division rival Chiefs. And although things ended not quite how they wanted in the playoffs to New England, Phillip Rivers still feels like he has a lot left in the tank. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. But look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or they chip away at their timing.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers, Hunter Henry brings it in. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
A very good gain on first down. 9 yards on the dump ball. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie QB, a second-round pick from Missouri, Drew Lock.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Lock. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
A second-year receiver at SMU, Cortland Sutton, had a pretty nice rookie season, averaging nearly 17 yards per catch, but there's still plenty more for him to work on. Not only should he be able to be a big-time red zone threat, they want to be a little more elusive in the open field.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Here are the starters defensively for the Chargers. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Corey Vedvik now set to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield, creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Set 180, 390.
They go back on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. We know this offense, they're built around passing the football. That time, the running game didn't suit them so well.
Not so well, but they have to do it every so often. You have to be able to control the pass rush a little bit, make them somewhat hesitant before they come and get your quarterback. At least have the illusion that you have a running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 18. From the red zone now, Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out here in the I. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Now Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Come on now, let's go.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
180.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
180. Block the team.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Hey, bro, 80.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. Where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
Get it.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 2nd and a couple. Lock under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing his Lock. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they start out 1st and 10, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week. That came at the hands of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Lindsey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's all around. Let's go.
Lock now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
94.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this part of the field.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Locke now on 3rd and goal. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter.
Offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. They get that one on the left tackle, Russell Okung. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
False start. Offense.
So from 2nd and 10, it'll now go to 2nd and 15. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing Rivers. And agreeing with the catch left side. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the second time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Melvin Gordon and the Chargers ready for their next possession. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Rivers on the money, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Come on, fellas.
Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Rivers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Offense.
So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Completes it to Benjamin. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he comes back with 1 complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Block 15. Let him know.
On 1st and 10, Rivers going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Here we go.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Rivers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Badgley able to knock this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the end. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that actually costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. 22 yards there, a first down. I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end. Now Gordon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they? Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there. Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right? It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley. I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
False start, offense.
That'll make it 1st and 15. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll run here with Lindsey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Clock now to throw. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all. No, not at all. Not leaving with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything. That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time. I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Right, brother, 80. That's a gain of 3. White, 80 hot.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that,
He might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. The pass there complete to Sutton. He'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lock.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 2nd down. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That 1st down run could not have turned out worse for a defense, because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he is going to have the 1st down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. The Charger 1st down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Rivers to throw it, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Rivers again. And right side, Henry's got it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Gordon. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke, and his throw here's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's on the rookie Dalton Reisner. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he fires one, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Hey, Brown 80. 43. Bandit.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Locke now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Locke will try again on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're going with Lindsey, and this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Broncos unable to convert. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last point of the game?
No,